Welcome to another CONNOISSEUR'S conversation. Today, we're going to dive into a house that is out of Istanbul, Turkey, the house of Alghabra Parfums. They make some fantastic extrait de parfum fragrances. And the one that I want to bring to your attention today is one that has taken me by storm. It is Istanbul's Soul. Very nice fragrance, smoky, earthy, woody fragrance that deserves some attention. If this sounds like the type of content that you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Dry Down. This is the channel where we aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the different facets, aromas, and nuances from scents, cigars to wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. As stated, we're going to get into a nice fragrance. This is the CONNOISSEUR'S conversation, and we're going to talk about one specific fragrance today, and that is a fragrance that I found to be very much so a formidable force, but it's just spectacularly charismatic as well. And that is from the house of Alghabra, and it is Istanbul's Soul. Look how beautiful that teardrop bottle is. Very nice bottle. A nice magnetic cap. It also sticks on. And the nice thing about this bottle as well, it has a depiction picture in the back of what Alghabra thinks the soul of Turkey is. It has the sea, a woman in the background capturing I believe that's a gull, and just a beautiful layout of the city in the background. Very nicely done presentation. The sprayers on these particular bottles from Alghabra are great, full sprays. They are pressurized, so you can let out as much or as little as you like to. Very nicely done in the presentation category. Now, down to the scent. As I stated, this is a scent that is a formidable force, a shelling cocoon force field, so to speak, and also one of the most charismatic, spicy, woody, leathery fragrances that I've smelled. What this fragrance does for you, it carries you through a nicely composed and blended, very heavily spiced and green, earthy, leathery fragrance composition. It is built around a cypriol. If you ever want to know what cypriol smells like in a perfume, a smoky cypriol, this is one of those fragrances that can give you that note and fulfill that you've made a connection with the cypriol accord. It's woody, it's earthy, it's leathery, smoky, and ambery. And this scent here, Alghabra's Istanbul Soul, is one that it's a scent that knows how to linger. It is as the cypriol unravels, it reveals like a very dynamic facet that is distinctively woody, leathery, has great smoky nuances that are not dissimilar to ambers or even oud wood or agarwood. It has that similarity that recalls it and runs adjacent to those animalic and spicy tones. This is a fragrance that when it opens with the spice of cumin. And if you're a person that is not familiar with cumin, it's people have described it as a BO odor or a odor that is slightly off-putting. But if it's mixed well and if it's used in minimal doses, it can come off just a tad bit sweltering and sexual. And that's the charismatic part about this fragrance for me. That cumin accord comes off very almost intriguing and alluring, but not to the point where it's driving someone towards you. It's more of an interest based. What is the person wearing? What scent is that? And this is a scent that it's not a compliment magnet. It's not built for that. This is one that's made for a person that is almost, if I'll put this in this manner, if you are a person that understands personalities, this particular fragrance, Istanbul Soul, is John Dutton in a bottle. As I'm sitting here thinking, this is the owner of Yellowstone. He has that type of force and nature about him. He walks around with such formidable attention and detail. He knows he has to take care of that ranch, and he's so charismatic in this particular series. I don't know if you guys watched that, but I'm conjuring him, and the scent evokes a man like that. That is very much so what I see as that style and personality of the person that can pull this off. To me, the most beautiful part about this fragrance, once it gets past the cumin accord and it kind of settles in, it has a beautiful benzoin. So what the benzoin offers you in this particular fragrance is the balsamic, woody, vanillic scented touches, the soft and resinous, sensuous, almost powdery and lactonic spiciness of this fragrance. It becomes distinctively rich, woody, vanillic. It becomes also the cypriol along with that benzoin accord that's in this is a effect that becomes layered in the composition, and it starts to inform or unfold very, very warmly. Almost brings out some of the beautiful honey facets of the benzoin accord. It's ambery, not too dissimilar from even a caramel smell or accord. It's sweet to that point, not sugary, not brown sugary, not molasses, but a nice caramel, almost almondy, freshly roasted coffee style of fragrance, where that benzoin brings in that vanilla, woody softness. It can be subtle in this particular fragrance, but it's the renowned quality of the benzoin just makes this a great perfume. It provides a fullness of warmth to the composition that is almost rounding. So that spice accord that develops all these edges, and the cypriol that gives this leathery, woody facet of the perfume all become rounded and developing a sense of charisma because of the balsamic, woody, resinous, and powdery feel of the benzoin. To me, this is a great fragrance for weather below 35 degrees. And here in Michigan today, I pulled this fragrance out because of the 9-degree temperatures, and it smells, not only is it a slight cocooning effect, it has some performance that will push out to about 5 feet, and that 5 feet gives it a boozy effect, which I find even more effective as a room scent when you walk into your office or whatnot. That means I can wear this because it's not off-putting, it's not one that's screechy, it's not one that flies over the radar. You still stay under the radar with this particular scent. It just makes you more of a, as I stated once more, charismatic, formidable force. And if you have that type of personality, you can carry this off without any hitch. I really like this fragrance. Like I said, I've turned it to what I call the golden veil. It's opaque, it's obscure, all the things that you can conjure with a dark fragrance, but it has a very nice enveloping spice accord. If you are interested in this and you have anything or have experienced fragrances like Journeyman from Amouage, Luxor from the House of Xerjoff, those are also fragrances that have that stark, very nicely nuanced, leathery, woody facets of cypriol oil that can come off a bit oudy. And that's what's carried along with this particular fragrance. So it's one that I enjoy. I recommend anyone to get a sample of it if they're into those type of fragrances where it's very, very heavy on the resinous side, the spicy sides, the green facets, and also, as I state, this has a nice, heady, warm patchouli in it as well. So that's one that comes off in this fragrance a bit, not only heady, but it has that bit cacao touch to it, which makes it slightly sweet, bittery. Very nicely done scent. The teardrop bottle, as I said, is immaculate. Really one that I enjoy. So that caps off today's connoisseur conversation. It's just a little bit of review of a fragrance that I find, for me, it works in sense as a scent for this type of weather, and also one that I want to change up the script, so to speak. If I don't want to go in with a particular scent that day that is kind of conjuring of softness or kind of just laid back and a fougere style, I'll throw one on like this where it's very, very cold. It does settle down to about a 1 foot to 1.5 foot after 3 hours, and it smells great in the air. So as I said, that is from the house of Alghabra, Istanbul. So you guys try to get your nose on it. Great shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my connoisseur's conversation for today. If you find anything of enjoyment or education about this particular video, all I ask is you hit the like button, share it with your fellow frag heads, your fellow people that love wine and cigars. We have more to come. As I stated, this is the new series and my second installment of it. This is the Connoisseur's Conversation. And I can't wait to get some of you guys onto these conversations. Even some lives going to go coming up in a few months once I prepare for that. But all in all, that's the Connoisseur's Conversation. This is Istanbul Soul. Great fragrance for the style personality of John Dutton out of Yellowstone. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.